lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara, Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber Bomb, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento, swing y lo ponchó. Ponche de Alvarado, amigos. Welcome to Phillies Weekly, another week of Phillies Weekly here with Jeff. We have some very, very special guests, and this to me was the best week of the season. If you ask me, if not the best, one of the best weeks of the season, 5-1 on the week, and the Phils are hitting in all cylinders. Durant came in like a magic wand, like Cinderella magic wand, and dude, it looks good. It's looking like we need to, looking like we're going some places now.
Are you excited? Hold on, I gotta set the record straight here. Is it the best week of the year for you because the Phillies won 5-6, or the Mets couldn't win a game this week?
There were, how about the combination of both? And there's a lot of campanazos. We kept Nick Visi today. Nick Picon will be here with us today, the legend, the one and only. I always call him my MVP. This guy, very, very special. He'll join us momentarily. We have John Foley will be with us, as well as Cal Fisher, and it's going to be a very special show. And the beauty of the Phils is there is more to come. I mean, what's coming, what's brewing in the minors, the guys that are going to be coming back. I mean, look, Jeff, this is big. I'm beginning to like this.
Yeah, it's a completely different team as what we thought after the trade deadline. That's why I was trying to tell everybody, hey, let's be patient here. Dave Dombrowski's going to work his magic. He's going to cook. They knew what they needed. And you knew when they signed David Robertson, to me, that was the sign that, okay, this team is going to go big at the trade deadline. And they did with Johan Duran. And we're seeing the result now. Best bullpen in baseball since they got into run. Harrison Bader's, he had a big 3-run home run earlier this week, had the catch in center field today. He's playing his part. Still don't know Rob Thompson's doing the outfield yet, Oscar, but I'll tell you what, it's fun. I'll say that. Right now,
look, when we get to the ninth inning and Duran is coming, great things are going to come. Look, Jeff, let's not wait any longer. Let's bring the guys in. Look at the dream team we have today going here, guys.
The Brady Bunch are here tonight.
Look at that, the Brady Bunch. John, how are you, brother? How's it going?
Good, man. It's a fun week. I really do. I agree with you. I think this was the most fun week of Phillies baseball we've seen in a while. So good times.
And we'll put the slides and we'll look at things in perspective, kind of what we are. But we're bringing everything together. Kyle, how you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Got to be riding high after a nice sweep in a place you haven't won in over a decade. So feeling good.
Over a decade, we won the first 3 games we ever won at this stadium at Global Life Field. So great things too. And look, the one and only, the legend, Mr. Nick Picon, man. How you doing, man? Are we doing any wrestling or what's the story?
No, not this week, but it was a good week for the Phillies. Not only for that, but also for the downfall of the Mets. So that was fun. It's been fun.
Man. The Mets.
I know it's only August, but still got to have fun, man.
Well, the Reds are closer to the Mets than we are. So it's looking good, guys. It's looking good. I mean, look, to me, you can break it down into 3 or 4 seasons, but I break it down the simplest way is there are 2 seasons. I mean, you have to win the division. You have to win the division. You come first, second, or third in the wild. I don't care, but you got to win the division. That gives you the ticket, and then from there we'll go on. And look, good things could happen. So let's not wait any longer. Let's kind of bring some of the slides like we normally do. Look, this is a beauty, guys. This is a masterpiece. I mean, look at the Mets. Look at the Mets. They lost the last 7
games. Who would have thought this a week ago after Sunday Night Baseball when we had this show?
I mean, how many games, Jeff, did we we came back from. I mean, it was it like 5.5 games?
Yeah, so I said to Oscar before the show tonight, we were talking, and this is the second time the Phillies have gained 5 games on the Mets in a week.
Wow.
It's amazing, guys. It's truly, truly amazing. I mean, finally, prediction Phillies will have, what is this? Predictor would have a double D. I love it. I love it. Kevin,
I love the optimism.
love it.
I really do.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know
love
if it'll
it.
be
Sorry,
double
guys.
digits, but if it's this on September 1st, I think I'd be content.
Yeah, it'll be. Look. This is looking good. This is looking good. Again, I think everything came together this week. The Mets losing, us winning, us coming together. But the way we're winning is such a different way. Since Durant came in, since Bader came in, it feels different. It feels different. I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? That it feels different?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, there's more life and energy with this team than we've seen in forever. Go ahead, Kyle.
No, to reiterate exactly what you said, it's you have a guy with proven postseason experience added to the outfield mix. You address the need there. Everybody gets excited when you have a guy, fans and players in the clubhouse rather alike. When you have a guy who can come in and shut the door at the end of games, you feel a lot more comfortable about all we need to do is get a lead. We don't need 4, 5, 6, but if we get one more than the other guy, we know we're passing it to a guy who's going to shut things down. It's a feel that they haven't had in quite some time.
Hey, just a quick question, Kyle. What did you pay this guy?
Whoa!
Look at that.
I got fans all over the place. Oscar.
I mean, Kyle is a likable guy. I'm not going to contest that.
I would believe that of Nicole, man, the social media influencer. The guy is a machine. I believe it. From you, Kyle? Come on, dude. What's going on here?
Growing slowly and slowly, Oscar. I'm getting there.
Hey, we know how to recruit around here. Let's just put it that way.
I love it. I love it, guys. Hey, Nick, when you look at this beauty, I mean, how do you feel, man? What's your feeling?
I'll tell you, it's been the bottom of the lineup for me that got me rejuiced. I think maybe that's part of the reason why it feels a little bit different now, because the bottom of the lineup isn't like a black hole like it was for half the year. We got Stott kind of coming out of it ever since he had his baby. He's been doing pretty good. Maybe that dad strength's going to come in handy.
The baby work, man. The baby work. You got to pay the bill. You got to pay those diapers, man.
In 300 since he became a dad.
Yeah, like Brandon Marsh, man, play him every day. Like he's pulling his weight now. It's Weston Wilson got a big hit today. I mean, like, is Rob Thompson pushing all the right buttons now? Like, it kind of feels that way when things are working, right? It kind of like the way it didn't feel beginning of the season to the middle of the season. It was like almost nothing was working that Rob was trying, and they were winning despite all that. But now they're winning because of that. So it's really nice to see that.
And sitting down Castellanos yesterday and Kepler getting the big hit to win a game. Yeah. I mean, everything is working, guys. Let's keep the magic happen. So look, here is kind of where we are. Looking at it in perspective, the Mets, we taken, I mean, there's 6 games on the loss column, which is fascinating. I mean, which is a great thing. And when you look at the difference between the Phils and you look at the Cincinnati Reds, we're talking a difference of 7 games. For us to come out of the wild card, we're 7 games ahead of them. So it's 5 games ahead of the Mets, or 6 games if you look at it. I mean, we got 1 less game than they do. I always look at the loss column when we get. Yep. And can you believe, guys, the following? There are 44 games left in the season. 44.
It doesn't feel like that.
44 games left. I mean, this is, you close your eyes, you open your eyes, and you're in the middle of the playoffs. So it's, believe me, a 6-game lead against the Mets. It's gonna be tough for them. I'm not saying that they won't. I mean, as long as we continue playing the way we are, and the great thing is there is artillery coming down from the minors very shortly to this team. At least there are 3 major pieces that are going to be coming up, but we'll talk more about that in a second. Let me go back to the slide where we talk about the weeks. Kind of here's kind of where you see the weeks and the beauty of this week. We were 5-1 with a 5.83 runs per game and a 2.17 ERA. I mean, or a run score per game. I mean, which is fascinating. I mean, this is, look, how many two weeks we've had? 5 of them. I mean, in the entire season, we're in week 20.
Oscar, I want to point this out. This is the only week where both runs scored per game and runs allowed per game are in the green all year.
I mean, you could put it here too, 533 and 288, but it's where everything came together. I mean, this is the week where I think we've never had a 217 and a 583 of that magnitude. Look, when we had, for example, this week was 533, and I mean, we didn't pitch as well. We hit it. We score more runs this week. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Best week to me, and it feels. And I know it's Baltimore, and I know it's Texas. Texas has great pitching, and we got 5.83 runs this week. I mean, which is fascinating.
You know what I think's big about this whole thing, and you and I were talking about this earlier, Oscar. It just feels like, and I've talked to guys on the team about this. It feels like when you get to the 7th inning, and they have a lead, they're not going to blow it. Not with Johan Duran in the 9th. And now you got guys in defined roles like Matt Strahm, Tanner Banks, or Ryan Kerkering. You're going to have David Robinson in that mix. You're going to have Jose Arado in that mix. It just feels like if they had the lead going into the bottom of the 7th like they did on Saturday after Kepler got the hit, you're not saying it's a wrap, but it feels like a wrap.
And Alvarado rested. Go ahead, John.
How long has it been since we felt that way, right? Since there was just somebody
a while.
you knew who was coming in the 9th, and you knew he's going to lock it down. It's incredible. I think he's faced 13 batters, one hit.
To add to your point, John, Craig Kimbrell was an all-star in 2023, and we didn't feel like that at all in August.
Nope.
Listen, I saw Jordan Romano get warming up today, and I was like freaking out. I was like, no, I don't want to see him, man. It's like, come on.
Well, you might be freaking out tomorrow because I think he's going to be pitching.
Yeah,
I think tomorrow is going to be the Robertson Romano game, so get ready, guys.
Max Azar, get ready for him to. Oh, Orion will be available, so it's.
But, Jeff, just to add to what you said, it's not just when they are leading after 8. Now that you have Duran back there, they're one of the best teams in the league, leading after 6, leading after 7, leading after 8. Look at what the rest of the bullpen has done, and then you add the arrival of Duran on top of that. Strahm, since the start of July, a 2.13 ERA coming into today. Kerkering, a 1.72 since May. You and I talked to him a couple weeks ago, Jeff. I put out a piece on Philly Sports Network about him and how good he's been with that 2-seamer. And then Tanner Banks on top of that, his last 20-plus appearances, a 1.86 ERA. They have you now give those guys more defined roles. They now know when they're coming in. That only adds to their confidence when they walk out there on the field. It's remarkable what that guy at the end can really do for them.
Look what John.
There we go. The man, the myth, the legend, John Fisher, our coworker at CBS.
The record with their leads after 7 innings is the best in baseball. To me, I was shocked yesterday, to be perfectly honest. I cover this team every single day, but to see what Fox Sports put yesterday, around 55-2, if they have the lead in the 7th inning, I couldn't believe the number. 55-2, guys, with the bullpen that we have, and we complain and we suffer and everything. So, John, it's great to have you here with us. Go ahead, John, or Kyle, or Nick. Your thoughts about the 7th? I mean, after the 7th inning, we have now what? We have 2 more, right? It's 2 more now, so it's 57-2 in the last 50. I mean, in 59 games that we've had the lead in the 7th inning.
That just doesn't feel real. But it's the sign of a great team, the sign of a team that might be going some places.
You want a better one too, and this is before they got Johan Duran. They're 61-1 when they lead after 8 innings.
That's what you want. It doesn't feel that way, right? I think people feel like damaged from April still because Kerkering had the worst month of his season was in April. Romano, he started off as the supposed heir apparent to the closer role. He had a very rough April. So it felt like, man, this bullpen's really in shambles, and guys have stepped up. Guys you didn't expect to be like. I don't think anybody expected Banks to be one of the reliable back into the pen guys, but he's turned himself into that and just stayed true to his mission every single week. And you see what it does. I mean, him and Kerkering both have evolved so much this year, and then you add into that what we've seen from Duran so far. It's just exciting times at the back end of that bullpen, and like Oscar already said, they're getting reinforcements.
So getting Duran might turn out to be Dombrowski's greatest trade since he's been in the Phillies. What do you think, Nick?
I mean, tough to argue right now, right?
Nick
the
is sending. By the way,
trade,
Nick is sending
but-
highlights now in the 8th inning because he knows we're gonna win.
Yeah, I start making them early, but like I've kind of learned the lesson. I don't like posting before the game is over, but sometimes I will.
We love what
if
you
I
do,
need to,
Nick. Come
but-
on, we love what you do, brother.
I mean, like he's made some good trades. Obviously, free agent signing is pretty good with Schwarber, right? Trey Turner is turning out to be a good signing, all things considered. But yeah, I mean, like right now for this specific team, maybe it could wind up being his best.
What a play today by this guy.
How about
I mean,
that?
Oh, yeah. What? I couldn't believe he made that catch. And I shouldn't be surprised because he is a good defender, but I really couldn't believe he made that catch today in the fifth.
I mean, and then he drops the ball. He drops the ball. I mean, look, it's communication. I mean, they're learning to play one another. I mean, you saw it afterwards with Turner. What a play by Turner, by the way, with the reverse glove. I mean, that was a play. I mean, that was really sweet. So
that fired Duran up too. I think that was the start of. And look, we know Duran gave up a hit right after that, but that ninth inning could have went another way if Turner doesn't make that play.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, we're looking beauty in front of our eyes. I mean, there's a lot more green than it was last week. I can tell you that on this slide. So 68-49, 7-3 over the last 10, 13-7 over the last 20, 17-13 over the last 30. I mean, look at away. Now we're 31-28. We haven't played the National League East, seems like since May.
Guys, we're facing a National League team this week. The Phillies
We
are
are.
facing. The Phillies are done with this
Finally.
stretch.
How about that?
I mean,
I'll tell you,
that was crazy.
One thing that's one split that's not on here is the day-night splits. I think entering today, they had a 500 record in day games, 22-22 after going 27-27 in 2024. So today's win and day game finally finishing off a sweep, right? After struggling.
Yeah. Were they 5-9 now or something like that when they have a chance to sweep? Something like
that sounds about right. Honestly, that sounds like more than I would have thought.
20. It's I think it might be, or when the stat that I like when Dave from KYW that have put together. I love that stat. I mean, we have only lost one series when we lose the first game.
Yeah, that's nuts.
When we win the first game of the series. Sorry, let me rephrase that. When we win the first game of the series, we've only lost one series the entire year.
Yeah, they're 20-1 or something, right?
Now I think like we're 23 because we beat the Orioles and we beat the Rangers. So look, it's fascinating. This team is beginning to hit all cylinders. Look, July, August is beginning to look more like May.
Yeah.
I mean, take a look at where we've been all season. I mean, we had a great May, and now this is looking really, really sharp. I mean, and this is the trading deadline. We're 7-2 since the trading deadline. I mean, Duran has saved his fourth game for the Phils. I mean, it's looking good, guys. It's looking really, really good.
John, games.
John, Kyle, Nick, and I can all agree with this. You really need two big runs during the course of the season to win the division. They had it in May, and looks like they're going to have it now.
Okay, I mean, let's
I
hope
think
that.
If people look at these monthly breakdowns, this is the mark of a good team. Some months you just sort of tread water. You don't, get yourself in a hole. And then there are months like May and what looks like August, knock on wood, is going to be another one of these months where they really, stack some wins and get some separation between themselves.
We're
and the
number
Mets.
3 in run differential in all baseball with those 90 plus 90 runs. So everything is coming together at the right time, which is fantastic. 25-12 and 1 on series. Now let's talk about kind of the news of the day. I mean, we're beginning to do this. Tomorrow is going to be probably one of the most important days of the season because we're going to know how Zach came out of this start. Zach has been feeling his shoulder. In the first inning, I saw him throw him at 94 miles an hour. He brought it up to maybe 95, but he was 2 miles. I mean, his average, I think, is 96.2 miles an hour, and he was throwing at 94 today. So, look, we're not going anywhere without Zach Wheeler. So, if Zach needs to go on the disabled list like he did in 2022, he can go. He has all the permission from all of us to be able to go. He has the permission from all of us to take a couple weeks off, get his arm right.
Whatever you need. Just get right before October, right?
Yeah. So it's very, very important. Tomorrow is going to be one of the most important days of the season, how Zach came out of that start, because I'm worried about that shoulder.
And his velocity overall was down today. That was my concern.
2 miles. It was down 2 miles. I mean, on average on the season. I think NBC Sports Philly put it there, and it's concerning. So Aaron Nola, anybody wants to give kind of the latest update on Aaron?
I mean, he looked pretty good in the rehab start I saw last week.
Yeah, he's pitching, I think, Tuesday, his last rehab start, and we're probably going to see him next Sunday. I mean, that's the plan as of right now. It'll be one thing with Aaron coming in, depending on what happened with Zach. There's a very high probability, particularly because we only have 2 days off the month of August, that we go to a 6-man rotation at least during the month of August or maybe the first week of September. There's a very, very likelihood for that to happen. Any reactions to that? I know Zach doesn't like that, but
it's coming at the perfect time for Zach, though. He clearly needs a little bit of a rest. I don't know if he's the type, if he doesn't really have an injury, to accept whatever you want to call some sort of phantom IL situation. But the extra rest may help him get that velocity back. He said after the game today that it's a little bit tougher to pitch when your velocity's down because you're not getting as much swing and miss. If Nolan can come back healthy, the other guys have been pitching pretty well. Luzardo seems to have figured some things out. Chris Sanchez might darn well win the National League Cy Young Award. And then on top of that, Taijuan Walker's pitching his best baseball in 2 seasons right now. So you have the reinforcements behind him. If you need to give him a little bit of a rest, and he has to, sometimes you have to tell a guy that he has to accept something, even if he doesn't like it.
Speaking of
Kyle, you're exactly right. I mean, they're going to be fine without Zach Wheeler for a little while now. If it's August or into September, they're not going to be fine without Zach Wheeler in October. So whatever's going on, figure it out. Figure out the best course of action recommended by the medical team. And Zach Wheeler may not feel like he needs more rest, but like you said, Kyle, sometimes you just need to tell a guy. You can't keep asking him, "Hey, you want to go out there anyway?" Even though we think that might not be the right approach. Trust your medical guys, get it right, and let's roll in October.
But by the way, guys, this is the first time all year I did not get someone who asked me about Andy Painter all year. And I don't think you guys want to know how he pitched today because I watched the Lehigh game. And
it's coming. We'll talk about Andrew Painter.
I'm just saying it was not good. Look, I trust a lot of people in this organization. I don't think he's pitching in Philadelphia this year.
I mean, most probably he's not. Most probably he's not. And look, I think I know we're very excited about his potential. But what he needs to understand that his health and making sure that he comes at the right time is more important than trying to hurry things up here. Look, he needs to do his magic. This team is in a good position, and I mean, he needs to get right. And I was talking
quite honestly, they don't need him. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, I was talking to my friends, my dear friend Steve Porter, and he follows everything that has to do with the minors. And he said, look, he has so much experience looking at Tommy Young's and knowing that, I mean, control and it's the last thing that comes. So he's throwing hard. He's throwing at the right velocity. It's just more about command and control, and it's going to take some time, and always with Tommy Young. So I think we need to kind of put the brakes and say, you know what, you have the time. Just take your time and get it right, because once you come, I mean, you're not coming down anymore. So I think that's more important for everyone and for the Phils.
Yeah, before last year,
I think there are no long-term concerns. He's going to be great. He's going to be a star in this league. He doesn't seem like he's in a position to help this Phillies team this year, and that's okay. That's okay. They're going to be all right.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. Like back in March, we would have said, okay, Andy Painter's going to be up here in June or July, and he's going to help this team out, but my biggest, I don't even want to say it was a worry. It was a concern. Like, okay, this guy hasn't pitched in an actual baseball game outside of the fall league since 2022. How's that command going to be? And I know for a fact he's still working on that. And today wasn't good. He gave up 7 runs and 4 in the third, and that's okay. We want this guy to develop.
Phillies fans out there, relax about Andrew Painter. Yeah, he's given up 6 runs a game in AAA right now. Probably not going to help the team this year. But hearing this stuff, well, he should have been shipped out then. And no, this guy's legit. He's gonna be a
I
top
would
of
like
the
to
rotation.
tell. I'd like to tell Phillies fans this: go look up Roy Halladay's career sometime. His minor league career wasn't that great either. The first nor definitely not the second. I mean, the guy got sent down to Dunedin at one point after he made it, so to reinvent himself.
Yeah.
So
Look, when Dave Dombrowski tells you that this guy, his comp is Justin Verlander, I mean,
yeah.
I remember Bobby Cox, the ex-manager of the Braves, talk about Verlander and said, this is the first guy that I think has the potential to win 30 games. I mean, I'm not kidding. You can go back and read it. When you hear those things and you hear the comps that Dombrowski and men of baseball that have been around, make those comparisons. Look, Andrew, you got all the time in the world, and at the right time, you're going to be able to come and do all the magic. Jose Alvarado, look, guys, if there is something that I cannot wait for the Alvarado Duran connection in the 8th and 9th inning, man. This bullpen is going to be unhittable. I mean, when the combination with his cutter, his sinker, the movement on his pitches, and then you have Duran coming from both sides, one a lefty and a righty. I can't wait for that to happen. I hope the Phils resign Alvarado. He has a $9 million option for next year. I hope they bring him because we're going to have an unhittable bullpen.
Also, Oscar, that sinker hit 90
miles from the left hand.
Yeah.
100 miles from the left side, 103 miles from the right side. Come on now.
Yeah. That sinker today, Oscar. Yeah, that sinker today for Alvarado, he pitched today, 99 he hit.
It's the movement, guys. It's the movement of those things are unhittable. It's not that they're throwing only 99 miles an hour or 100 miles an hour. It's that thing is moving. I mean,
yeah.
And it's basically, these two guys are gonna form hopefully the two best standings. And it's unfortunate. And I spoke with Jose. He's very, very sorry of what happened. He was trying to lose weight. He took what he should not have taken. And look, he's paid the price, 80 games. And look, he's suffering more than anyone. Look, the team was able to hold his own. Now we have Duran. Now we have Alvarado. And that thing, the best is yet to come, guys.
And the Ryan Kerkring's pitching really, really well. Probably is the best he's been feeling all year, too. So
I'm marking on the calendar 8 days. 8 days for Alvarado to come back.
And Kerkring's bringing 100 too, so you're facing triple digits from the 7th on if those three guys are in the game.
It's those extra 30 minutes in the weight room he's stealing.
Look, if you ask me right now who has the best bullpen, I think it's probably San Diego. What they have with, they have a really, really good bullpen. Not just Mason Miller, but the closer. Suarez. You have, by the way, there's a guy called Morejon in their bullpen, a lefty. That guy is the nastiest guy you will find. Alvarado and him, he's good.
Well, when we saw the Phillies face him earlier this year, it was not pretty.
It's not pretty. Morejon, he is a stud. He's a really, really good lefty. He's from Cuba, and he can truly bring it with great movement. Nick, any thoughts on Robertson? I know this is his third sting with the team. He comes to us now. Any thoughts on Robertson from the past and the present?
For right now, like when they first signed him, I was like, okay. And Jeff, you mentioned earlier that was a precursor to you that, oh yeah, Dave's going to do something big at the trade deadline. But for me, sometimes I'm Doomerville, and I'm like, oh no, I hope this isn't the big addition to the bullpen. So I'm very, very relaxed now that we have Duran and Alvarado coming back. That Robertson's probably your seventh inning option, right? Maybe eighth inning, despite if Rob wants to use Alvarado in the seventh for lineup purposes or what. But we have a set routine, guys can expect when they're going to be used type thing, where we didn't have that before. And I think Robertson helps that depth. And if he can kind of reenact what he did with the Phillies prior, I totally forgot he got the save in game one of the World Series until I went looking at my clips. I'm like, oh yeah, Robertson was on the hill in Houston to finish off game one. he's got the moxie, like he's used to those high pressure situations. So I'm like comfortable with that, especially heading into August and September, where, these games are going to mean a lot more, especially when you're trying to get a lead and maybe hopefully vie for a bye.
Yeah, you said it, Nick. If David Robertson was the guy they brought into the bullpen, we'd all be sick to our stomachs. Like here's your new closer, and they could flash the lights and play whatever music they want. It's not going to be the same as having Geronimo out there. So having Geronimo in ninth, now we have Robertson coming in, and if he's great, wow, the bullpen really starts to look incredible. And if he's a little bit of a bust, they can deal with that now. They're not.
He's going to throw the sixth inning. He's going to throw the sixth inning. Now, good news, guys. We got to thank Jeff Hoffman. He beat the Los Angeles Dodgers today. So I think we are tied right now with the Dodgers for the best record. But because we have the tiebreaker versus them, we're ahead of them, and we have the bye as of right now. Again, 4 more games to go.
Second best record.
Yeah. But we're ahead of them. Of them. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Alec Bohm, he had his first rehab today. I heard he made a tremendous play. I didn't see it.
He made a nice play.
Barehanded it. Yeah, it was a really, really nice play. Barehanded a pretty sharp grounder, fired it over first, looked strong. Offensively, I think he went 0 for 4, but he did. He looked healthy, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting his timing back. That's what these rehab assignments are for anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting with JT hitting the way he's hitting. Role is he going to play? Is he going to be the 5th hitter? Is he going to be the 6th hitter? I remember when we moved Castellanos back to 7th or something. He delivered. I mean, he was hitting really, really well last year when we push him back. So it will be very, very interesting how he does it and what he does. So talking about hitting, so he should be back. My guess. This is my guess. He's probably gonna play maybe 1 or 2 more games. I'm guessing 2, and then he'll come maybe this weekend to Washington and join the team in Washington. That would be my guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think it'll be on Friday that he'll join the team, or Thursday? We play on Thursday, and
probably after the Cincinnati series, I would guess.
Yeah, that would be my guess too.
Yeah, meet them in Washington. I think that's fair. Give them a little bit of extra time. Don't rush them out there to catch Cincinnati. Just have to fly back with the team a day later. That makes sense.
No reason to rush them at all. That's it's the same same thought with Zach. Take your time, get right, because we're sort of clicking on all cylinders right now.
Right now, Sosa's hitting pretty darn well. So I don't even know if you want to take the bat out of his hands.
And the defense yesterday, I thought was key to win that game. I mean, he made like 3 tremendous plays at third base. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Oh no! I was just about to add what all you guys rang. Like, you can't take him out of the lineup right now. He's clicking, getting regular at bats. Defense has been great. I mean, really, it's at the expense of Otto Kemp. We don't even get to see Otto Kemp much anymore. Which, again, I got to add this too. The Phillies bench is deeper with Harrison Bader on this team, and Weston Wilson back to hitting like we saw Weston Wilson at the end of last year. It's a good thing right now. Like, this team just feels like if there is a weakness, and there is, it's not as visible as it was, say, a month ago.
Yeah. No, without a doubt. And we'll see some of those stats in a minute. So we're 9th, but we went from 4.6 runs to 4.7 runs per game. Our OPS was 9th last week. Now we're 8th. This was at 746, and now it's at 752 on OPS versus right-handed pitching. We improve versus right-handed pitching. We're average. The average on OPS is 730. So we're above against right-handed and below against left-handed pitching. You remember, John, you'll remember this. You remember when Harper filled, I think Milner was pitching for the Tigers that he faced, and Harper had to swing. It was on a Sunday night baseball, and Harper looked awful.
Yeah, and he just kind of stood there.
Yeah, that he stood there with his bat hanging up. I mean, this guy
Did you
is
ever get an
nasty, man.
explanation for that? That was one of the
No.
most insane things
No.
I've seen.
Yeah.
That happens to Will. Like, didn't that happen to him one game last year too? He was just like,
Mhm.
well,
No, it was,
this isn't
it was 2
moving.
years
So
ago.
hopefully,
I think it was 2 years ago. I don't know if he was pitching for Detroit or Kansas
I think
City.
it was the Brewers. I know he was with the
Or
Brewers.
the
at one
Brewers.
point.
That's what it was. It was the Brewers. Was that the same game when they tossed Schwarber out of? It was. I think it was the same series. That was hilarious. But with Hernandez at the plate, maybe with Hernandez, he thought he was going to get 4 balls throwing this guy throwing sidearm. I mean, it was crazy. But so look, we continue to struggle against lefties. I'm surprised they haven't thrown more starters or us. Like those guys that have started the game and pitched 1 or 2 innings and they take them out. I mean, with lefties, I'm surprised they haven't done more. Milwaukee did it to us. Was it they started 2 out of 3 games with the same pitcher, which was fascinating. With runners in scoring positions, we're 9th. The other thing that I've seen a significant improvement, we were 16th in baseball in percentage of extra, 7.8% of our hits are extra bases or swings or extra bases. We were 16th. Now we're down to 11th, and we were 16th in home run. And with 141, we're 12th. So we've been hitting much, much better lately. The chase continues to go up. We were 26. Now we're 28th in baseball, chasing the baseball. That is something that we're going to have to improve on. And the top 2 in chasing are Harper and the first one is Castellanos, and as expected, and the second one is Harper. I mean, I was looking at those numbers yesterday. Like Harper's at 30. The average in MLB is 28.4. We're at 29.8. Harper is at 34.3. I don't have the Castellano numbers at 39.7. I mean, he's the highest number, and Bader at 31.3. So Bader is he's a free swinger as well to a certain extent, but that is a number that I know we've been trying to lower, particularly in the postseason where we had so much issues, and it's something that continues to pop up as an issue.
Yeah, I just think it's always going to be an issue for this team. It's just the way this team is constructed. No matter how they try to chase it, pun intended. But look, at the beginning of the year, their chase rate was down, and their offense was fine. But then everybody was saying, "Well, where's the long ball? Where are the extra base hits?" And I think this is the cause and effect, right? The chase rate goes up, but so do the home runs, and so do the extra base hits, and this team is starting to look like the team that we thought that was going to hit the second half of the season. So maybe that's just the cause and effect scenario. You're just going to have to deal with it.
This is who Bryce Harper is. You're not going to have Bryce Harper bring that chase rate down significantly and change his entire approach at the plate. It's just not going to happen. So, at a certain point, you accept who these guys are, but it is a concern. It's going to be a concern because we've seen it in a few different postseasons now, where the chase gets out of control, everyone's pressing, and that's exactly how we've seen them sort of fall apart in postseasons past. So that's always going to be a nagging thought in the back of our minds when the opposing pitchers are able to look and say we're playing these guys for an entire series and sort of take a look at what they can hit and what they will swing at. I think that's part of the reason why we might see this problem show up more in the postseason than the regular season. That's a lot of speculation, but I do think it makes sense. So hopefully they can adjust. But for now it's working. You can score runs this way.
Yeah. So how the green, the yellow, and the red works. If it's top 10, if you're top 10, you get green. If it is kind of 11th to 20th, you get yellow, and above 20th, you get red. So we're 28 out of 30 teams in baseball in chase rate, which is something that we need to improve on. And we're 7 in baseball swinging at the first pitch. So, and Castellanos is he's a fault for both, by the way. He's the guy that swings the most to the first pitch, and he's the guy that chases the most in our.
Isn't he hitting 420 when he makes contact with the first pitch?
Hey,
his numbers are insane in his whole career when he makes contact on the first pitch. He goes up there hunting fastballs. I
love it. He's like me when I play MLB The Show. Just You swing at the first
Swing at
pitch.
everything.
Not waste time here. Let's swing. But it's a great thing if they pay attention to these numbers, and maybe Bryson Stott noticed that he's not swinging much at the first pitch. I think he picked up at least one, maybe two, the first pitch hits today.
Yeah, he did.
So it's good. It's good to see some smart baseball. And the guys with the tendency to not swing probably going to get something good. Maybe somebody like Castellanos, everyone's aware that you're trying to swing. Maybe mix it up on them sometimes.
I promise that I won't spend too much time on the next two slides. I'm going to take you out momentarily so everybody can see the screen better. But these are the stats for the Phils. You see here Schwarber with a 957 OPS, Harper with an 852, and so on. So you start looking at this guys. So the guys that are in green are significantly, or they're above the average on OPS. The guys that are in yellow, they are around the average of OPS, and the guys that are below, and you see Realmuto there, but this is for the entire season. But take a look at the next slide, which is the month of August. Brandon March, 1.379. Weston Wilson, he has just 11 at-bats, 1.3. Bryson Stott, 1.1. Kyle Schwarber, 951. Kyle Schwarber is the MVP of this team. He's been the most consistent hitter all year. Max Kepler, 807. JT Realmuto, 754. And then Mundito Sosa gone on average. By the way, his home run today, what a shot. That was a game time breaker. I gave him the MVP today because he deserves it. I mean, that guy, whatever he does for this team, he does magic. So look at Harper's.
I'll tell you what, Oscar, it's telling me the bottom of the order is hitting, and they're not just hitting; they're really hitting.
They're really hitting, and I mean, look, it's special. It is special. March has 2 home runs. One thing that I noticed on March, and I'm going to go back one slide, and I was talking, to people, and we know since the beginning of the season, March has not been hitting well. But one thing that I like to see from him is more production. For some reason, here it is. I want to see more production. 28 RBIs. We need more productions from him.
Doesn't it feel like, though, he's the tone setter in a sense, because there really isn't anybody on base when he's up?
Yeah, potentially.
He was hitting 9 for a long time.
Yeah, he was.
He was. But look, I'd like to see a little bit more production, but without a doubt, he's turning his season around. It's not a fluke, and the guy is helping this team win games, which is great. I mean, that sacrifice fly today, by the way, I love how we played this series against the Texas Rangers, where we knew there were going to be close games. We bunted the runners over. We were able to hit the sacrifice flies when we needed. We played great defense. I mean, this team, that defensive play that Turner made in the 9th inning, what a play he made. I mean, that's not an easy play.
I tell you what, Oscar, even the hit Kirkering gave up, the one that was in Sosa almost got that ball.
Absolutely.
Like, that's and he had to turn his body to do that. I do want to add with Marsh, too. Like, I remember, I think it was our first show of the year, Oscar. I've said, hey, there's an hourglass, there's a clock ticking on Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh. This was kind of like the put up or shut up year. Brandon Marsh has put up, and you got to give this guy a ton of credit because, yeah, they don't play him against lefties much, but he is hitting a little better against lefties this year. I think it's 216 compared to 190 for the year before. But overall, you are getting exactly what you want out of Brandon Marsh and more, and he's the reason why Justin Crawford is not on this team, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, suddenly it feels like they have a serviceable rotation of outfield guys, and it's not ideal. I think we'd all love to see 1-star left fielder, 1-star center fielder, if they can make it work with the mixing and matching. Now, one thing I'm very interested to see is whether Castellanos becomes part of a more sort of movable piece. I wanted to get your all thoughts on that.
You mean Kepler, sitting Kepler, and bringing Kepler up and Castellanos hitting,
like what they did on Saturday night.
The all lefty outfield against the right-handed starter yesterday, I believe. And I was wondering if you think they'll do more of that, or do you think really they'll stick the moving pieces in left and center and keep?
You know what, John? I think they should. Honestly, like I think that's the best version of this team. I think you get a good defensive version with that. Look, even if you want to play Nick Castellanos every day, I'm okay with that. But I do think if you're pulling guys for defensive replacements in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, I think he should be a part of that.
It's a tough question because Castellanos is so emotional with his dynamics. And what happened, if you start sitting Castellanos, then he goes down and he's not going to feel kind of I'm concerned. There's some guys that need to understand that the objective is to win the World Series, and the T of team needs to come ahead of everything. It's going to be interesting because you know what happened. I mean, Castellanos, what he did when they sat him down for defensive purposes in Miami. I mean, he started going crazy there. And look, he sat him down, and he sat him down again. He sat him down 3 times or 2 times already. The first one was that time, and you saw it you saw it on Saturday. It's going to be interesting.
Look, you know what, Oscar? It's not going to happen this year, but I remember hearing he was kind of upset he was hitting at the bottom of the lineup in the postseason in 2023, and they moved him up, and he had that one game against the Braves, but I really liked him when he was batting 7th. I thought he was an asset when he was down there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy with a lot of pride. And he wants to hit higher in the lineup. He wants to play every single day. That's great. That's the spirit of a competitor. But like you said, Oscar, sometimes you need to look at what's best for the team here.
I mean, it's performance. At the end of the day, it's about performance. And look, Kepler, we saw the numbers on Kepler a second ago. And look, I did not have time to put the slides, and I want to thank NBC Sports Philadelphia for doing it. And sorry, they don't look pretty. I ran. Look, it's not easy. It's not easy to do this when you're broadcasting. I can tell you that.
Who on NBC do we thank for this? Do we thank Bob Cooney, Rob Kusser,
all of the above, guys?
Yeah. Who we thanking
all of the
here?
above. All of the above. So I'm sorry. I have like 3 slides from them that I thought they were really classy, and I kept their sponsor. So thank you for their sponsor. Hopefully one day they'll sponsor us as well. But look, this is the last.
Yeah. We need some sponsors here, guys.
I'm back. Nick, you're making it. Try to bring the juice here, dude. Come on, it's all Nick Picon's fault. How about that? Look, last 10 games, guys. 290 average, an OPS of 883, 16 extra bases. I mean, the double that Kepler hit yesterday won the game.
That's a good outfield right there on that slide.
Look, and the home run he hit against the Orioles. I think the game was 1-0, and he hit a home run, a 2-run homer. That was the difference on that game. Look, Kepler, thank you, guys. Thank you. And I know we've been harsh, and it has not been easy for him. But look, you got to give credit when credit is due, and I take my hat off to him because, I mean, the guy deserves the credit.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know if that 6 game
and all is forgiven, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Look, I don't know if that 6 game run of we're going to figure this out after a double platoon actually led to anything. It doesn't seem like some official announcement's been made, but clearly they took it as a challenge, and every single guy has stepped up to prove that they deserve to have that playing time. Well, guess what? It's going to cause you to have to figure it out more, but everybody stepped up in a way that it felt like a challenge from the manager more than it was, we're going to tinker. We're going to figure it out. We'll let you know on Thursday. Well, it didn't matter. These guys stepped up, and they've all forced his hand to, like, I thought I was going to have a decision Thursday. I'm not ready to make one yet because everybody's playing and hitting the ball really well.
Kyle, maybe the hand is he might just keep this if they keep it up.
That's what I'm saying. Keep rolling with it. Why not?
Just do another 6-game plan, and then another one after that,
Yeah.
and then another one after.
We're just gonna do 6-game plans until the end of the season.
Yeah,
perfect. If they're hitting like this, that's
and then a 7-game plan when we get to the playoffs.
Yeah. By the way, you can fault MLB for making games back to back. I don't have time to do the slide, so let's go to the next slide. Sorry, courtesy of NBC Sports Philadelphia. Another one, guys. They're 3. This is number 2. Bottom of the order. Look, this is impressive, guys. Last 5 games, 384, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs, 14 extra bases. I mean,
this has me juiced. Like these numbers, they have me juiced.
It's amazing.
I love it, Nick. I love it.
I could get a better angle on this shot, by the way.
This is how you survive periods when Bryce Harper isn't hitting his best, when Trey Turner isn't hitting his best. You can't expect those guys to carry your offense all season long. You need moments like this so they feel like they can have a moment to reset And
Sorry, my bad.
it's perfect timing. You know, you have guys. You just said Bryce Harper's chase rate is through the roof. Maybe he's taken a little bit of a downturn for a little bit. Trey Turner went through a slump that he's seemingly breaking out of the last couple of days. When guys are hitting like this, you can survive those moments, whether it's the regular season or the postseason.
Yeah, and you know what?
Exactly,
We can even
yeah.
add JT Realmuto to this. I know he hasn't hit
Mhm.
6, 7 favor knife recently, but 343 since July 1st. You'll
Yeah,
take that.
I mean, every time you think,
You call me?
maybe he's seen the best of JT Realmuto, maybe his best days are past. He steps up and has a stretch like this, and you can't say enough about the guy. He's, when he's hot, that's a long Phillies lineup.
And you know what? He's a class act. I mean, this guy's special human being, special person. One of the hardest working guys in that clubhouse is him, his preparation, the attention to detail that he plays. I've talked to Marchand about it, and he's learning so much from JT and the way JT prepares for games. I mean, it's really, really special.
You know
And
what I
Marchand
like-
and Stubbs.
The defense is still there, right? He's still
Oh, yeah.
running down. He's great.
And by the way, talking about defense, I mean, the two runners he got yesterday, to me, one of the keys for winning the game yesterday is him getting this guy out at home plate. At third base. Adolis Garcia. I don't know why in the world, the game, I think it was 2-1. Why in the world would Garcia go when he's in the scoring position with one out? It did not make any sense.
Right after that, correct? Like, he would have scored if he was on second.
He would have scored with a base hit. With a base hit. So, hey, but JT, nobody runs on JT. We call him Superman in our Spanish broadcast. This guy is a real deal, man. He's really, really special guy.
Yeah, I got a cool JT Realmuto story. So on alumni night, everybody's looking at this guy who came in, and I know the guy looks familiar. And I'm like, all right, Jeff, go look at your Phillies history. You got to try to get a clear image in your brain here. Guy had a beard. It was Mike Lieberthal, and he went up to JT and couldn't wait to meet JT and talk to him. I'm like, okay, this is one of the best catchers in Phillies history, and he's giving this love to JT Realmuto. I thought it was really cool. It's something I want to talk to JT about when they get back from this road trip.
That's awesome.
That's part of what makes the alumni weekend that they put together so incredible. They really do a great job every year. With so many of the folks, so many of the ex-players coming back, and it really feels like such a family.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I've experienced it with other teams and seen it. Nothing like it. The Phillies are the best.
They're by far the best.
But not even close.
Yeah, I've been to Baltimore alumni weekends. I've been to Washington's. I've been to New York's. Phillies trumpet, man. It's not even close.
Yeah. I mean, I think the bigger question is going to be, to me, his priority number 2 in terms of re-signing after Schwarber. So
I agree with you. I mean, who's going to catch if it's not him?
Yeah. Kevin mentioned it here. Also, Phillies Eagle. I saw your news. I'll put it in a couple minutes.
Is it about the Landon Dickerson stuff? Yeah, that's why I was on the phone.
Landon Dickerson get carried out on a stretcher. Did you hear anything, Jeff?
Just that he was carted off. They're going to do an MRI on him, and we'll probably.
What is it? Knee? Is it his knee?
A knee. Yeah, it's a knee.
And his knee has never been excellent. So. I mean, hopefully
they got to get rid of. I'm gonna get in trouble here. They got to get rid of these open practices, man. But I'm still haunted by Stuart Bradley, like 19 years ago.
I mean, that would open a huge hole. That guy is an anchor there for Saquon. So
that's an whole pro left guard. Like you just don't replace them.
More than an all pro. I mean, him and Mailata on the left hand side. That's amazing. But enough about the Eagles for now. We'll talk at the end if you want about the Eagles. But let's talk about pitching here. Look. The Phils are the number 2 team in ERA among starters. Number 1 is Texas, and we just swept them. Number 1 is Texas Rangers. Number 2 is the Phils. 337 for starting pitching. But I say I don't know this. Can you see my cursor when I move it or no?
I don't see a cursor.
Oh, okay, got you. No, I don't know because I'm moving it, and I said, "Here, you can see." I mean. But
no, we see a cursor. It's just not moving.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Overall, starting pitching or relief pitching, we have the second. Believe it or not, we have the second most wins. 68 wins is the second most in all of baseball. Number 1 is Milwaukee with 73. Milwaukee's playing. They won the last. Is it 7 games in a row? or 9 games in a row. I mean, they are. I mean, they swept the Mets, and they're playing outstanding baseball. The Milwaukee Brewers. But-
Should I give you my style and relief pitching right now? Is this a good segue for it? All right.
Sure.
So, since Johan Duran arrived, the Phillies are first in batting average against 143. They're first in WHIP at .68. Very good. They're fourth in strikeout rate. I believe they were in the 20s before they got Duran, so at 29.7%. Walk rate, they are. I gotta look this up here quick. Oh, they are first, 5.4%. So they got the lowest walk rate in baseball. Oh, and their ERA is fourth in baseball.
Just to be clear, we're talking about the Philadelphia Phillies bullpen here.
This is the Philadelphia Phillies bullpen.
Philadelphia baseball.
Or every time John, Nick, Kyle, Oscar, and I tweet about the Phillies bullpen, I'm always told they suck. I haven't heard that in a while.
We love them, guys. We love them.
Wow.
No, just kidding. This number was 456 last week. Then the number that is in red there for the relief pitching, the ERA, was 456. Today's 430, and improving. And as you said, we're fourth in baseball in ERA over during the month of August. I'm going to try to, and I'll show you in a couple of slides. You'll see where individually where our pitchers are in the month of August. The relief pitching is a little strange. Why? The numbers when you see the reds and the yellows and all that, because they are one of the bullpens that throws the least innings because we use so much our starting pitching. So that is, I mean, today we had 4 innings of relief pitching, but normally we have 2 or 3, which is kind of the reality with the starting pitching that we get. So that's why they are the lowest team in allowing base on balls, and we're one of the worst in terms of strikeouts because we don't have enough innings. So that's part of the dynamic there. Those numbers are going to change a little bit. Last week we're up to 10th right now in saves for the season, and we're 11th in save opportunities. We have kept the blown saves. So over the last week we had 17, and we continue to be at 17 blown saves. We were 27th in all of baseball in terms of blown save, but that number is improving. Going back to my dear friends, I promise this is the last slide from NBC Sports. Thank you guys, courtesy of you guys. Hey, they do a great job, man. I gotta give them all the credit in the world.
Thank you for the slides. Thank you for the video I steal.
But this is what you were talking about, Jeff.
Oh no! You know where? Look, I'm gonna toot my own horn here. I tweeted that a day before that was on the broadcast. But
so they copy you. Oh, come on!
No, they didn't copy me. I just thought of it first. That's it. There's no credit in me. I'm glad they put it on the broadcast. That's awesome.
Okay. Courtesy of Jeff Kerr and NBC Sports Philadelphia. How about that? We'll do it. No, but look, the beauty of it. Look, second in National League since August 1st. This bullpen is a very different bullpen. Let's be very clear. And in how many games have we played since then? 9. Duran has saved 4 of them, and Thompson have been booed at least once that I recall for not bringing him. That was funny.
Poor Max Lazari gets booed because Brandon Marsh hits a home run.
Yeah, I hope Lazar understood what was going on there.
He did. He did, John. Okay. Trust me. Okay. He laughed about it.
So Max Kepler didn't, but that's.
By the way, guys, can we talk about how sad that interview was the other night?
It was. I felt bad.
Nick, you went viral again for that.
Yeah. I mean, I had to at least post it because it reminded me of the Castellanos interview a couple of years ago, where he was just everyone was like, "Oh God!" He was talking about his struggles pretty openly and for the first time, and people kind of took it easy on him after that. So I think the same is happening with Kepler a little bit.
I hate when this happens, when they remind you that the real human beings with
right.
I do not like that, because then it's
that they're actual people, and you always feel bad, even though you got to report what's being told to you. The days might be ending for Max Kepler, and it hasn't happened yet. I think he's extended his time. I'll say that.
Look, and when you're in trouble, you can at the end you can bring Weston Wilson, that continues to have an ERA of 0. By the way,
yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I mean he can hit and pitch. He can do it all.
Yeah, he can do it all. The guy 3 innings, he had not allowed a run. So hey, Duran 4 games, 4 innings, 1 hit, which was today, 3 strikeouts. The guy can do everything. He can do no wrong. by the way, let's take our hat off to Christopher Sanchez, man. That guy is amazing what he's doing. 11-3. He's together with Luzardo, the guy that has the most wins. I mean, also credit to Luzardo that despite his ups and downs, I mean, he has won 11 games for the Phils, 2.36 ERA in 23 starts for the kid. I mean, 144. I mean, Heenan Wheeler. I mean, being under the wing of Wheeler. I mean, it's amazing. They both have pitched 144.2 innings. Wheeler has significantly less hits. But hey, the kid has less runs. 39 runs he's allowed, only 10 home runs. Wheeler has allowed 18 home runs. He's still learning in terms of striking out as many batters. But Christopher Sanchez, what a season by him. The 1-2 punch between Wheeler and Christopher. I mean, and Christopher is going to be special when the postseason. Kerr continued to do his magic. Alvarado 270, he'll be coming closely. And Ranger, he has not been himself in terms of sharpness and control over the last since the All-Star game, but hopefully he'll continue to sharpen his axe, and he continued to axe a lot of these guys the rest of the year. Any thoughts on kind of our pitching? I mean, our entire pitching staff for the year, and then we'll move into August. As we move into August.
I mean,
green guys.
Sanchez, it's just watching has just been a goddamn delight. Watching his development, you could see he's always had the big arm, but the maturity, runners on base, working out of jams now, whether it's Wheeler's influence or anything else, he's really come a long way, and it's incredible.
These are the numbers in August. You see there, Luzardo at 3, and then on Kerkering at 225, Banks at 225. Hey, credit to Banks. I mean, Banks has significantly helped this bullpen. He stepped up when Alvarado came down, and he delivered today. I was very worried about that inning when he came in. If you look at his splits between righties and lefties are significant, but kudos to him. He struck out the first 2 hitters. I mean, the guy did really, really well today. So, look, this team is hot. I mean, Wheeler, 409 in 2 starts. Ranger, 540. I mean, he got hit hard the other day. And Matt Strom, 579 after not allowing a run in 10 straight games. So, look, this team, we're playing as a team now. And we're delivering, and we're 7-2 over the last 9 games in the month of August. So, that's great news. Let's talk about the minors just a little bit. I mean, let's not spend too much time on Painter. This does not include the game today. He allowed 7 runs. It was not his best start, but look, we believe in the kid, and we need to give him the space and the time for him to become the best version of himself that we know is going to be very, very, very special. So this was prior to today. His ERA is probably up in the maybe close to 5 after allowing those 7 runs.
5.2.
Yeah. So look, take your time, Andrew, and we look forward. Not only
is he a young kid, like, who not every single 22-year-old that comes out of the draft and gets surgery is going to be electric when they debut, but when you have a guy in Taijuan Walker who's been doing what he's doing, there's less pressure on this guy to come up. Like, did anybody expect Taijuan Walker flipping roles again this year to the bullpen back? The best he's pitched is since returning to the starting rotation, which Rob Thompson said he didn't want to do at all. He didn't want to put him back in the rotation at all because he wanted him to get used to pitching out of the pen, and he has a 3.28 ERA since coming back.
You know what, Kyle?
That takes so much pressure off of this guy.
I got to give Rob Thompson his flowers on this, too. Like, remember when they were coming out of the All-Star break, as Taijuan Walker in another start? Yeah, it's his. Like, I think Rob Thompson shown the confidence in Taijuan Walker, even though he did say he did not want this. Like, he did not want to put him back in the rotation, but you kind of had to do it, and it's working out for him. Like, look, Taijuan Walker ain't going to be starting in the postseason, but he's getting him through this season.
And he's earning it. Remember, he got left off the postseason roster a couple years ago. He has earned his right to fight for that spot this season.
Yeah,
he's done everything they've asked. If you talk to anybody in that bullpen or that starting rotation, the first thing that they say about him is what a high-level competitor he is. Yeah. He is that type of guy who's going to go out and do whatever he needs.
You never heard him complain, right? You never heard him say, "Well, I was told I was brought here to be a number 3 starter." and now I'm in the pulpit. No, he understood that the performance was on him. He never complained. He just kept working. And now he's in a good spot. Now he's a valuable part of the team.
I mean, credit by the way, credit to Taiwan and to Kepler for putting up with. I mean, because it was harsh, guys. I mean, it's been harsh, and they kept their head high and been delivering. And
but one thing
Taiwan
I really
is a really nice guy.
Taiwan, even when he gets those questions from us, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to start? Well, yeah, I'd love to start, but I'm going to do whatever they ask me to do because I want to win. And that's why he is so beloved in that clubhouse, especially like you said, Kyle, especially in that bullpen.
I remember Strom told me earlier this season about him. He was like, he's the type of guy when he goes out there that like they're not going to pitch him 2 days in a row, but if they need him, if they ask him, hey, how you feeling? Even if his arm is dead, he's going to be like, give me the ball. He's that type of guy. Like, give me the ball. I'm going to go out there and compete against the best because I think I'm still one of those guys.
Yeah, he's fantastic, and it's great to see him pitching well again. And just a testament to the entire rotation is how little we talk about Aaron Nola, right? There could be a lot of iterations of the season where we're all just waiting, saying, "Oh, this rotation is a mess," but when we get when we get Aaron Nola back, we get this huge piece back, then they'll be okay. Well, no, I mean Aaron Nola's on his way back, and it's going to be a fantastic addition. But in the meantime, these guys have held it down, and it's incredible, really.
Even through rough patches, each guy has worked through rough patches, and maybe Ranger and Zach are in their rough patch right now. But we just talked about Taiwan. Luzardo seems to be on the other side of his issues. I mean, you want to see it in more than one start, but he seems to have figured some things out. They just like we talked about with 6, 7, 8, 9 picking up when the other guys falter. The back end of the rotation guys are doing just that when Zach needs a minute, which he's earned. He's earned to have a little bit of a falter and not get yelled at for it. So these guys are picking up the supposed slack while these guys figure some things out.
I still can't believe this team is 19 games over 500 with Aaron Nola and Jose Alvarado not being on this team since mid-May and Alec Boehm not being on this team since before the All-Star break. Well, really, I guess he came back afterwards, but then he was out. But
just different guys stepping up. All the time.
And these are key contributors too. Like John, you hear too. Mets fan, we had this guy hurt, this guy. Okay, but you didn't have Juan Soto hurt.
Right.
Like in March, you said the Phillies would lose Aaron Nola in May, and he wouldn't come back till August. You'd be like, they're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, the Philadelphia Phillies and their fans are not going to have sympathy for anybody else and the injuries they run into.
I made a mistake. It's a typo there on the Crawford.
Crawford's. Is that a new prospect?
Yeah. I knew I was going to get this. Come on, Nick, help me, man. Help me.
We traded for Justin Crawford?
I knew it.
Hey, that's a pretty good player right there. Maybe they should call him up.
But yeah, what do you do with Crawford now?
Look, let's answer Carlos here. Guys, I think I came in, but would like to hear about Ranger Suarez performance and Kepler performance. Look, we talked already about Kepler, that the guy is stepping up. I mean, just like Taiwan Walker. But I mean, Ranger, to me, the issue with Ranger is an issue of location. He needs to be in order for him to be the best version of Ranger Suarez, which is really, really good. He needs to be able to have control of his pitches. And look, after the All-Star break, he came out a little bit off, but I'm perfectly fine. Look, that guy's a work. What that guy did in the Mets game in New York last year in the playoffs, not allowing a run. He fought like nobody to be able to try to maintain and not allow it a run.
That was one of the all-time postseason performances, and it will never get talked about because of
that was gutsy. That was gutsy. He didn't have his best stuff, and he fought it.
Not have it at all, and just
that's Ranger, man. That is Ranger.
Oscar, not to change the subject on you, but why do you have Ian Miller's stats in there instead of Justin Crawford's?
Oh, I do. Is it?
Yeah, that's Ian Miller's stats.
Is it? No,
he told you, man. It's tough to put these things together when he just had the broadcast.
It's true. Yeah, no, I'm just.
You could have sent him the right picture, Jeff. You're sitting in your basement. Let's go,
Jeff. You're suspended one game, dude. You're suspended.
No, I just know what Ian Miller hits because I watch him every week.
Yeah, but the stats on top are not Ian Miller.
No, they're correct. They're correct.
Ignore the box, everyone. Ignore the box.
Yeah, everybody ignore the box.
Does that look to Crawford to you?
That's
mean,
Justin Crawford, and those are his stats.
This is what happens when
What
you
can
start.
you do with this guy now if you're the Phillies, right? Because he's playing so well, he doesn't really have anything left to prove in AAA. But do you have room for him in this outfield? You seem to have found something here with your mixing and matching. Do you want to throw another left-handed bat into that mix? I honestly don't know.
Look, I
think you let it figure itself out.
Yeah,
I
agree.
while these guys are hot, keep them up here and say not to make him the example, but if Kepler doesn't hit for a little while, or then they have made the decision for you. You know what I mean? Like while everybody's hot, let them play it out. I don't think anybody expected everybody in this outfield rotation to click at once. So I think it became a much tougher decision just because it's been successful.
Nick, what are your thoughts? And I'll bring a perspective on the Crawford dynamic.
No, I actually was just thinking, and I might have been wanting to ask Jeff last year. Do you think the reason that they didn't kind of say goodbye to Kepler yet was because they didn't want to kind of do the same thing they did with Merrifield last year? It's where he kind of like had a little resurgence with Atlanta. I mean, he wasn't like great, but he was better than he was with the Phillies. So that they, similar contracts, but not the same role. But like, is there a reason that they think Kepler could possibly turn into kind of like Merrifield last year?
I think you're kind of on with that, Nick. I think another thing too is, if you remember, Whit Merrifield showed no power last year at all, and they wanted to get a right-handed power bat out there. Like Max Kepler, at least has power when he's in the game, and his OPS isn't probably John. It was you that tweeted the other week, right? You're kind of getting what we thought you were going to get out of Max Kepler if you look at the numbers, but he still does hit for power. He can hit the ball gap to gap, and I know the team likes him. It's just it's really weird when I ask people around about Justin Crawford, and you hear different opinions all the time, but he's been considered. I've heard a radical one. There might be a chance he might not get called up this year at all. I don't know. I don't know about that one, but
here are my thoughts. Here's I'll keep this very simple, right? If Crawford comes out, he has to play every day.
Yes, exactly.
If he plays every day, Brandon March doesn't play, Kepler doesn't play, and Kemp doesn't play. And the situation is the following. You cannot expect a rookie to come in September and be ready for the postseason. So if he's going to come, he needs to come now. He cannot come in September and expect him to hit 300 in the middle of a pennant race. So
or if you call him up in September, you just play him every day just to play him, and then he's not on the postseason roster and his season's over.
So I think things have played out. So he would have to be patient and wait. And the other thing, the most valued and I shouldn't be saying this too loud, but the most value that this guy has for the Phillies is right now those numbers that he's putting. He's hitting 329, 414 on base percentage, 846 OPS. There is value there.
Yeah, there is.
If you need to make a strategic move, if you bring him up and the guy hits 200, then you're not going to have the same value. So if the guys continue to hit, like Kyle was saying a minute ago, you have to ride the wave. And let's be very clear. I do believe that Kepler, March are better prepared based on their experience as Major League Baseball players. They're better prepared mentally for a pennant race than Justin Crawford is, unless you bring him right now and give him the experience at least for 2 months.
This is a very interesting dynamic that's going on in Lehigh right now. So Rob Thompson said to me on the record, I have heard this from multiple people outside of Rob Thompson. They want Justin Crawford to play center field. Okay, I buy that. Him and Johan Rojas have been together 6 games. Justin Crawford has played left field in 4 of them, and Johan Rojas has played left field in 2 of them. So I'm trying to connect some dots here. Justin Crawford does come up. Don't you? It's starting to lean like left field, right?
Yeah, I think after the Bader trade and how good he is defensively in center field, Crawford, although he's very young and has time to get better in center, his stronger position from all reports is the corners at the moment. Not that he can't play center, but if you're stronger, just similar to Brandon Marsh, right? He's better in the corners, still a capable above average to average glove in center field. So once you have somebody and you feel comfortable with, okay, we have two guys, veteran guys who are good in center field. Let's try the guy in left and put him in a place where he's more comfortable once he gets called up to the major leagues. You know, you're more comfortable out there. You're not manning the outfield. That might relax you and let you at the plate as well.
Let me put it a different way. Would you sit Bader for Crawford? Does it make sense with the experience that Bader has in the postseason?
I wouldn't platoon him, and no, I wouldn't sit him. See,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is my thing. Brandon Marsh is the reason why Justin Crawford's not up here yet, because you can't take Brandon Marsh out of the lineup right now.
Exactly.
And if you do, it's against a lefty. But again, if you bring Crawford up, it's kind of counterproductive, because then Brandon Marsh doesn't play at all, because you got to play Justin Crawford every day. So it just doesn't make sense right now to me to bring him up. I mean,
by the way, he won you the game today with a sacrifice fly ball coming as a pinch hitter.
Yes, exactly. So I'm looking at it as, look, I know everybody likes to talk that August 15th thing. I'm just hearing different.
No, it's not about August 15th.
Exactly.
Look, if this guy is needed, we would have brought him. Right now, the way the bottom of the order is hitting, I mean, Justin needs to continue to work his craft and master his craft, elevate the ball, and do what he needs to do in AAA. And look, he's young. He's 21 years old. I mean, he has a future ahead of him. So
I will say this: if he does come up this month or in the short term, it's because unfortunately someone got hurt, and I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, now are this his numbers?
These are his. Yeah,
okay,
you just put the same slide in. The same stats.
Is that how you write Adam Miller?
That is it. You have Adam Miller's numbers perfect here, Oscar.
No, you know what happened? I put the stats last night, very late last night, and I put the images below, and somehow I was putting one on top of the other. So unfortunately, but those are the stats on tops are their stats. So kind of that's the bottom line. So going here, Adam Miller, there are two things. Of course, he's the number 2 prospect on the Phillies, but this guy is on fire right now. I mean, he's on fire. He is the minor league player of the week. That's why I put it there on the right-hand side, minor league player of the week. He hit this week in 6 games, 385 with a home run, 4 RBIs. He scored 10 runs. He stole 6 bases, not getting caught. This guy is special, guys.
Oh, and he set the Reading Phillies single-season record for stolen bases in a season.
Yeah,
already.
He has 44 stolen bases. I compare him to Bobby Witt. This guy, Bobby Witt, light. I use Bobby Witt light. I might change my tune here a little bit if he continues to hit the type of a home run he hit this week. He hit a home run over 400 feet. So this guy's special. This guy is a talent, and this guy is going to potentially be either our shortstop or a third baseman for years to come.
Dave says shortstop. We'll see.
It's nice to see after having a rough July that he's bounced back as well. He had an average May, really started the year hot, kind of dipped down a little bit. So to see him really figure things out and come back, hitting the ball really well.
He's had an interesting year too with his little skin condition thing. But
when we talk about the trade deadline and assess what Dave Dombrowski did, Duran seems like the perfect fit, the best guy they could have went out and got. Bader seems helpful, but another part of his trade deadline work is he held on to Painter, he held on to Miller, and he held on to Crawford. And that's pretty amazing to set the team up to be in a good position. I think they have the second best odds right now to win the World Series, and the future is still bright. That, these guys, those big 3 can be part of the next great Phillies core, and you're really, really in a good spot. And as Phillies fans, we're not accustomed to this.
Yeah. People keep talking about the window closing. That move exactly is how you keep the window open for longer. To get the best, so many relievers were moved. To get the best one moved before the deadline and keep your top 3 guys, masterclass from Dombrowski.
That's what happens when you get Mick Abel having the year he had, and you have an 18-year-old kid you can part ways with Eduardo Taillon. Oh, by the way, you got to keep Arun Escobar too. So they're still top heavy here.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, which is great to see. So Adam Miller is our player of the week. Again, the guy did a great job. And the pitcher of the week, actually with what he did today is Gene Cabrera.
He had a
Gene
good day,
Cabrera, 23 years old, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, he was the minor league pitcher of the year for the Phillies. This guy was throwing a no-hitter today. Steve sent me his number. Thank you, Steve, for sending the number. 6 innings, no runs, no hits, 1 base on balls, 5 strikeouts, 59 pitches, 40 strikes, and they ended up winning the game, I think 2-1 in extra innings. But look, kudos to Gene Cabrera for being named the minor league pitcher of the week. And here are his stats. Here's his stats for the year. So look, this guy, he's a good pitcher. He's not Andrew Painter, but he's a reliable pitcher. They call him actually in Venezuela Gene K. Cabrera with his strikeouts. I mean, he has some nice strikeouts, and kudos to him. And we wish him nothing but the best.
This was a guy too that a lot of scouts looked at last month. I thought he was going to get traded. I really did. I thought this was a guy the Phillies were going to part ways with to get a major league player, and kind of glad they didn't. I know the Phillies were high on him, but so were other teams. And this is a nice guy to have. And your 6 to 10 range of prospects. I think he's 11th now. I could be wrong. He might have moved up. This look, I know the Phillies really like him.
He's in Double-A, and look, 5-6, 394. My biggest concern with him was his size. He's not a very big guy, and that's something that he needs to develop. Continue bulking up and see where he might be our next Pedro Martinez. How about that?
Hey, you know what? The way the Phillies develop pitchers, you can never count anybody out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, so kudos to him. Last slide, guys. The road ahead. Nick, what are you looking forward to this week?
They have to go undefeated.
Look at that. I love it.
I love the expectations.
We play 7 games. I mean, these guys are
7
not getting
games. Try 4-3. I'll take.
Oh, come on, Nick.
Hey, that's a good road trip. That's a good road trip. 7-3 road trip.
Let's give the Reds a few wins. Get the Mets out of the picture.
Washington.
If they lose these games to Cincinnati, they really might help Cincinnati catch the Mets. So really, things can't go wrong in the first 3. Washington, been the Phillies punching bag for years now. No reason to stop now. Keep going.
Yeah, they improved. They won today. Washington improved. I did this last night, so now they're 3-7 for last 10 games, and Cincinnati is 5-5. They scored 14 runs today, by the way. Cincinnati did. So maybe they run out of runs when we meet them tomorrow. They are the 12th offense in baseball against the 13th pitching in baseball. Washington is 20th in offense and 29th in pitching. I mean, anything then what? Maybe 6-1 or 5-2. I don't think it's acceptable. It should not come to Philly.
Don't get swept against Cincinnati and stack the wins against Washington. It's simple.
Yeah. Well, they got Abbott, which is a lefty, which is a tough pitcher. Singer that they got on a trade, and then Burns that he did a good job against us. He's the young guy. He's in his first year, first round pick for them. I mean, the guy can throw hard. So it will be very, very interesting. Again, 2-1 in Cincinnati. I would love to win that series, the 26th series of the year. So anything else, guys? I mean, John, from your end, anything that you expect that you're looking forward to this week or the coming days?
I just want to see if they can keep this rolling. This energy, this burst of energy that they've had with the new guys, with Duran especially, and also with Bader. Guys at the back of the lineup hitting, pitchers throwing well out of the bullpen, knowing Duran's there to lock down the knife. Is this just a short burst of energy and excitement and high level play, or can they maintain this down the stretch, finish strong, and keep it rolling into October?
That's great. Where can we follow you in social media, John?
You can find me at 2008 Philz, PHILZ, on X and Blue Sky. As we get closer to the postseason here, there'll be some long form writing on that Twitter account.
Absolutely. Kyle, where can we follow you on social media?
At Kyle Fisher 45 on X and Blue Sky, Kyle Fisher Media on YouTube, but 45, and you can catch me on Instagram with the same handle as X. That's where I post all my reels and stuff.
How about you, Nick?
Follow me at Pacone on Blue Sky. I'm at _Pacone on Twitter and TikTok, and at Pacone Nick on Threads. So basically the same stuff I post on Twitter. It's just all the clips. But in case you're favor one platform over the other, I'm everywhere.
He's everywhere. Guaranteed. He's everywhere. Everywhere I go, Nick Picone. Everywhere I click, Nick
where I go,
Picone.
Oscar goes. So.
He's the man. He's the man. He's the man. Thank you, guys. Last minute, it had to be Tyler, right? It had to be Tyler. It's Hunter Green.
Hi, Tyler.
Tyler.
I think he might be in Australia texting us, but he continued to do his magic. It's Hunter Green instead of Burns now. So he'll be our third pitcher. So he's coming back from the IL. So that will be very interesting.
That's a big addition for them, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for truly being a part of this, guys. Thank you for being out there. It's really special to us. I mean, we do this for all of you. We wish nothing but the best to Dickerson that came out of. Let me put right quick and before we leave the tweet. From our dear friend from Phillies and Eagles throwback. Hopefully Landon Dickerson is okay. So Landon is a key part of our Super Bowl champion Eagles. We wish him nothing but the best, and hopefully it's just a sprain or whatever he has, and he can come back ASAP, because without Landon Dickerson, this team would suffer significantly if we cannot have it. If not, you can ask Jeff Kerr, CBS Sports, the master of the NFL.
I took off from the Eagles tonight to do this show because I did not want to deal with Chris Brown and Eagles traffic.
100,000 people are right now in a jam trying to get out of this.
Yeah, and you see, if I would have done this show from the link, it would have been disastrous. So I made the right call.
Absolutely you did. Guy, thank you so much for being a part of this, and another great week of Phillies Weekly, and looking forward to next week. We're going to have some very, very special guests. Another dream team will be coming next week. Roger McNamee is coming back next week. Look at that. Huh? The man that won 2 years ago. He won every single of the prizes. He wanted to be next to John Kruk, and he made it happen. So awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to next week. Go Phils.
Go Phils.
Lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber Bob, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento. ¡Swing!